real sense, my mind was so much stuffed with pornography. I think up to date neza sema I watched so many sites, and that is, you know, every day, different time, different hour. Unaweza imagine ni sites ngapi nili access for the last 8 years. Go through a lot of issues. Plus that time my mom was also fighting her marriage battles. So I think just giving her some issues to do with pornography was adding salt to an injury.
That's true.
So I got there, nilikuwa nishaanza realize it's bad and I need to come out of it. Because I'm sure by the time ningefanya the whole of my high school, then trust me, ningekuwa nishaingia into the masturbation. I want to come out of this thing. Si ati pia mimi nabambika kufanya vitu nafanya. Don't make me believe that I'm broken beyond repair. Take me out of this thing.
Hey guys, welcome to Aba TV. My name is Abija Kabiro. So today we have a guest here. She'll be talking to us about a topic yenye it is so stigmatized kwa society, na this is a bold move. So joining us today is Laura. She'll be talking to us about her struggle with pornography, and I hope you'll get to learn something from it. And kama you're out there, you're struggling with it, it is your time now to come out and get someone who will help you deal with it. So karibu sana Laura.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Tindi Loretta. I won't say the third one. My name is Tindi Loretta. My family basically knows me as Laura, those people who are so close to me. And today I'm so humbled and privileged to be on Aba TV with Abija here to talk about my struggles with pornography for the last, I think, 8 years. I'm a student at the Multimedia University of Kenya, pursuing mass communication, majoring in news broadcasting. And I'm also a content creator where I do inspirational stories on my YouTube channel on Tindi Loretta.
Okay. Tell us about your background.
How I started. First, I'm born in a family of four siblings, with I as the second born. And growing up, I think I should first give a disclaimer to my dad that I had to come out and talk about this thing. Vitu zingine atasikizia hapa.
Okay.
So growing up, kwetu tuli grow up living with people. Like as much as we are the four of us, there's no single day kwetu tumelala, the six of us, my four siblings and my two parents. We've always had people in our house, cousins, friends, uncles, aunties, all those people. So unajua, kuna hiyo interaction between people. You know how to interact with people, to love them and to associate with them. And being a jumpy kid, I always wanted to know how people interact with each other. And so I was so open with everyone, and nilikuwa nataka kukua kwa space yao. Alafu being the only girl, I think my parents and also my relatives walikuwa na appreciate that, and they really wanted to make me feel comfortable. So among those people we grew up with, one of them, whom I won't really come out in specific, because they already forgave the person. One of them introduced me to pornography. Just one time, you know, we were watu wameenda kulala, and then that time my parents were well off, and you know, during the 2000s, uko kitambo, coming to Nairobi was a big thing for almost everyone. So mtu akikuja Nairobi anaona amefika. And then so my parents, there's this one time watu walienda kulala, then this person was watching a certain pornography film. I really don't want to say it was pornography because that's a 8-year-old mind talking, but I want to say maybe it was a movie, but it was full of the obscene scenes. So that was the first time I noticed that, oh, so opposite genders can get naked and, you know, have the intimacy, and I can watch it and no one will know about it. Yeah, so that is how I basically started. That is how I got my way into that addiction.
Okay. So ulimpata, he was watching, he was watching this scene.
Yeah.
And then you joined him.
Exactly. So I think it tends to be a coincidence because you know, you walk into a room, maybe someone is watching a movie, and then unapata the nudity part, and it runs for like 4 minutes. Then later on it hits you that it wasn't just a movie, but it was more of a movie. I don't know, it was more of a movie because me sasa ili run for 4 minutes kaniko hapo, and maybe I made an assumption as a kid it's a movie running, so let me stay back nione kama isi nikisha kutakuwa na kitu worth watching, but haikuisha. Yeah, so that is what happened the first time I got to know about it.
So as a kid, how did it feel after this day you've watched, umeenda ukalala, and then the following day ikafika? Did you feel like you want to watch more of it?
Now that's where the story begins, because unajua hata if you taste something alafu you usikie ni kama hujapata hiyo taste vizuri, it's just the same ukitaste salt, alafu usikie ni kama hujapata that taste vizuri, so you have to add more. Now that is what happened to me. I watched the previous day and I wanted to like get to know nini hii niliwatch jana. So nimetoka shule and I'm like I want to know what I watched yesterday. And so I have to get this specific person to help me know what I watched yesterday. And that was the person's joy. Like nimetafutwa kujua ni nini aliwatch jana yake. So he showed me more of it, and with time nikaanza kukuwa na interest. Inakuwa kila siku nikitoka shule, it's now part of me. Nikitoka shule after homework, najua that I'm supposed to watch it. So ikakuwa ni kama chakula tu. Even though ikaendelea, imagine all the way from class 3. Class 3. Okay. Watching nudity at class 3 and your mom doesn't know about it. That's no serious. One knows about it. How sad that can be. Yeah, so every day nikataka kujua, nikitoka shule na watch. And that is how I now got into it kabisa. Yeah.
Did you get to the point of you're watching it alone, ama ulikuwa unatoka shule and then unaenda unamtafuta, you watch it together?
Now, this I don't want to come out with genders, but ukitoka shule, natoka shule, yeye alikuwa anashinda home. So pia yeye ni kama alikuwa anajua there's a meal for this child kila siku akitoka shule. Okay. So nikimaliza homework, you know, unauliza tu innocently, are we going to watch our movie again? And you're like all jumpy, yes. Okay. So unaenda kuwatch. So ni pia yeye I think alikuwa anajua. Kwanza alikuwa anangoja tu nimalize homework. And then we go watch those things. Okay. Yeah.
Looking back, do you think as a kid there's something you were going through then but you didn't know because you were a kid, but now unajua maybe there was something you were going through na ndio ilikufanya maybe uingie into so much into it, every time ukitoka shule you want to go watch the movie with him?
Looking back, I think that is the worst trauma any child would have to go through.
True.
Watching pornography. It's the worst addiction. Because now for me, after I'm so much into it now, my mom got a transfer from, we used to stay in Rongai. Okay. So my mom got a transfer from Rongai to Eldoret, and now we have to move the whole family. But this guy didn't come with us. So we moved to Eldoret, and Simi nilikuwa nishakuwa introduced, so I have to keep on watching it. So kufika LD, niliendelea kuwatch and then in class 7 now something weird happened.
Let me cut you short. You are a kid and then you've moved to LD and you didn't move with this person.
Yeah, we didn't move with him.
Ulikuwa na watch na nini?
Okay, my parents provided me with a gadget at a very tender age. And pia at most times unajua hata saizi parents anatoka job anapea mtoi simu anacheza game hizo vitu zote. So I think hiyo ni kitu ilianza kitambo. Mama angetoka job pia anichukue simu yake. She thinks you playing games. Ushajua kubuy bundles 1 GB go for is it 99 bob for 24 hours. Just going to a pornography site on Google at that age, you make sure you spend the whole 1 GB there. You get? So see, I had gadgets. Kulikuwa na watu bado wenye tulikuwa tunakaa nao. So mtu angeka simu chini kidogo, you just take it and watch. Some of them will know this kutoka through this channel. That I used to use their phones to access those sites. So something weird happened in class 7. I used to study at Book Academy. Then nikakuwa mgonjwa all the time. So the principal suggested I switch schools nikuje karibu because now the weather uko ilikuwa mbaya all the time. I'm sick. My mom can't really operate with coming to pick me all the time. So I moved to Hill School Eldoret at class 7. And now this is the weird thing that happened. One time just in school thinking about all those sides. And then I was like, okay, I want to give my life to Christ. I felt like I have that strong calling. And up to date mi usema God akikuita, he'll always find ways to like bring you in his word. Hata uende wapi, ukifanya kitu unakuanga na hiyo guilt. So at class 7 I now have the calling of God in my life and I feel like I need to change. But then addiction is not something that you wake up na unaamua I'm done watching.
That's true.
So at class 7 I have this calling and now I'm struggling with this addiction bado. And I'm like, now God, if you're not going to heal my wound, it's either I'm broken beyond repair or you're not real. Sikujua that I'd push it up to form 2 nikiendelea kuwatch pornography. Class 7 yote niliwatch. It even affected my results in class 8 because now I didn't perform well in my KCPE. And probably my parents thought that I am blessed to have good parents who really push you to do what you love. My dad alisha kubali the fact that I'm not really a book person, spendi kusoma hizo vitu zote. So he really pushes for this other side of me. So walifikiria that mi si mtu wa vitabu, but in real sense my mind was so much stuffed with pornography. I think up to date neza sema I watched so many sites and that is, you know, every day different time, different hour. Unaweza imagine ni sites ngapi nili access for the last 8 years. Quite a number. Na unafika huko unapata it's uploaded 26 minutes after. I think in fact if truly that people who are behind these sites and these films that are being uploaded there, they used to know maybe I'm a huge fan of it under somebody's name because 26 minutes after I was there. 1 hour after I was there. So that was just my struggle. Class 4, class 3 up to now, class 7. Now I feel like my wounds are not going to be healed. I'm broken beyond repair. But nikaendelea kustruggle. One time naamka nasema nimeacha, nasema si deck imefika katikati, mbona nisimalizie deck yote. Deki kisho naanza Januari unasema January is a struggling month, hakuna mtu anapenda Januari, mbona nisifanye Januari yote. Wewe unapata umefanya hadi katikati ya mwaka and it's so bad. If I could reverse time, I wish I knew what I was doing now. I won't go back there.
In class 7 when you said there's a time you got sick and then uka transfer shule and then you were fighting this thing, una feel you want to go to church, bado una feel nikienda church and I'm doing this, una feel guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't feel like unaweza share na your mom ama someone close to you?
I didn't grow up having a good rapport with my mom.
Okay.
I established it in Form 1 when now I got into a relationship with one of my brother's friends.
Okay.
And that's when I felt like now I'm the only girl in this family, and if I don't get to open up about something, hakutakuwa na kitu poa. So my mom hakuwa anajua anything. Per se, this person we used to watch the sites with, alikuwa ameniambia if I ever open up to my mom, it will be a different story.
So he used to threaten you?
Yeah, exactly. So imagine being a young child, you wouldn't want to see your mom go through a lot of issues. Plus that time my mom was also fighting her marriage battles.
Okay.
So I think just giving her some issues to do with pornography was adding salt to an injury.
That's true.
So I didn't find it okay to open up to my mom, but kila time ningeenda church, hiyo scene ilikuwa inani replay. Like, you have sinned yesterday, today you're here, you have done this, today you're here. So I didn't have the courage to open up to anyone. Alafu your time nilifeel kukuwa saved, it's just about waking up in the morning, go in the church, give your offering, come back to the house, siku imeisha. But the more mtoi pia ana grow, the more anajua anaweza kukimbia, anaweza fanya all those, provided he's moving, kuna vitu moba anaweza fanya. So me, just the same in salvation. The more I grew up, the more I realized kumbe giving your life to Christ is something more. Like you're either in light or darkness, hakuna hapo katikati. So hapo sasa ndio struggle ikakuwa real kabisa. Yeah. So I couldn't like just open up to. It was hard. It was hard. Yeah.
And in school, were you telling, unajua watoto, when you see something, you go to school, you share with your friends, there's this thing nafanya, you didn't get to the point?
No. Weirdly enough, no. Now, how do you get to, I believe that happens mostly from our watoto wako, is it this CBC program? Wanafika hadi, during our time ilikuwa hadi pre-unit.
Yeah.
Mimi nilikuwa class 3. Class 3, everyone understood that a boy is not supposed to see you naked. Neither are you supposed to see a boy naked. So there's no way I'd sit down with people and tell them, niliona watu hawana nguo. What would people think of you? So you, it's just to anticipate class ishe, uende ukaone vitu uliona. Na kesho yake urudi shule. Yani hata if you see a boy, umekana student class, but you're seeing through him, through his clothes, because of the things you've watched at home. Yeah.
You said when you got to Form 1, uliingia kwa relationship na your brother's friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Unajua, I think most times watch pornography sana, hautakuwa so much attracted to a guy juu maybe he will not give you kitu yenye unaona kwa pornography, ama it didn't get to the point of you're getting intimate.
No. At Form 1, okay. Okay, I think I was just trying to like explore the I love you world.
Okay.
And this guy alikuwa mzuri because do you have a brother?
Yeah.
True. Like if you have a brother now, maybe if your brother's friend is dating you, your brother isn't kubalia kuhat, sindio?
Yeah,
so
true.
That is the same with me. Men know what they do out here, and as much as they're my brothers, yeah, fadhali a hurt. I think that's how it operates. Majority of them, they'd rather hurt other girls than witness their sister being hurt.
That's true.
So I think vile waliongea sijawahi jua. Like maybe please, this Chile is still in school, treat her as a kid, no intimacy, no nothing. Me got attracted to people. Nilikuwa attracted to that guy, and he was attracted to me, but I would still sit through him. Like ata Bible inasema, I don't know it is in which book, that it talks about lust, that you shall not see a woman and lust after her, and if you see her and imagine that you've had sex with her in the mind, already you've committed fornication. Okay. So that was the same with this guy. You see, mi nilikuwa namuona na nilikuwa naona through him.
Yeah.
So I committed fornication from then, because nikimuona naona tu that guy nimuona kwa hiyo porn site. Akini hug naona tu, you know, all those nasty things.
Yeah.
But me, I was attracted to guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sasa ukidate this guy, did you tell him, by the way, kuna hizi vitu na watch? Kama you didn't get to that
no,
point.
hapana. We were not that so open na alafu ni first love.
Yeah.
So hapana, I didn't. Because bado sasa imagine at form 1 sasa ndio unataka kuachana nayo kabisa.
Yeah.
So I got a purity ring for myself. I just went to a certain gift shop, LD. They sell very nice jewelries. So I got a ring for myself. I prayed over it for 1 month. And I was like, now God, I'm wearing this ring as a sign of purity. And I know I'm struggling with pornography, but I want to keep myself pure until najua tu saizi wanajaribu kuangalia ring iko wapi. Lakini niliacha kwa nyumba. So I was like, no, I want to keep myself pure for the I had to keep myself pure until I get my man.
Yeah.
But let's not go deep into that. Kuna hata hapo kwa comment wataandika ring iko wapi. So yeah, me sikuwa nataka. I was not, your time bado una struggle kutoka. So mimi niliombea hiyo ring na nilikuwa navaa. So anytime you're about to fall into temptation, it reminds you that you're wearing a purity ring. You're not gonna do this. Yeah.
Explain to people what's a purity ring. Unajua maybe kuna most people hawajui purity ring ni nini.
Yeah, sure.
Some people wananunua tu ring wanasema this is a purity ring. But in real sense it is not doing
the purpose.
The purpose, yeah.
So I'm not here to judge anyone.
Okay.
If you're having intimacy with your guys out there, it's totally okay. Kila mtu ako na stage ya growth.
True.
But a purity ring is something that, just from the word itself, purity. The Bible really advocates that sex should be done in the marriage confinement, and that's the only place where the Bible approves where a man and a woman to come together and have intimacy. So for me, it means that provided I'm not married, I will not fall into the temptation, into a sex temptation. I will not look at a man or woman lustfully. I'm not going to have any sexual intercourse with anyone, but I will keep myself until that time. When I walk down the aisle, nitakuwa nimeunganishwa on the altar of God, and that's when I'll have sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but sijajudge mtu kwa nje. Guys, keep doing what you're doing.
So umesikia purity ring ni nini? Juu hata mimi usikia purity ring by the way, but naweza buy ring na ni buy tu na
yeah.
Niambia watu it's a purity ring, but deep down
you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I think pia it depends. Me, since I realized about salvation, it's all about prayer. So you don't just go get a ring and then unavaa it's a purity ring. You pray for it so that prayer works. So that your time unaenda kufall into temptation, kuna hiyo voice ya God inakwambia, Abija, don't do this. Yeah.
Okay.
So that I think just pray over your ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Umefika form 1. Bado you're still fighting this addiction. Iliendelea ama what happened after that?
Iliendelea, ikaendelea sana. I'm there scoring D's and C's in school. My dad comes, he's so lenient with me. He's like, I remember because there's a time I was going to sit for my exams. Now you know in form 2 mnafanya hizo papers za mwisho so that you choose subjects unataka kufanya. I called my dad and I talked to him, and this is what my dad told me. Kama hujui swali achana nayo, leave it blank. And I was like, I have such an amazing parent.
Such a nice person.
So like, if you don't know something, leave it. Don't stress yourself out. So niliendelea kuwatch, si perform shule nini. So form 2 wakafanya elections za shule. Haikuwa election, ilikuwa I think nomination ya Christian
Okay,
Union.
let me cut you short kidogo.
Yeah, sure.
This time ulikuwa na watch, did it get to the point ukaanza kumasturbate?
Now, pornography and masturbation come as a package.
Okay.
But I think there are those 5% who are lucky enough not to like get both as a package.
Okay.
And maybe unakwanga tu set apart because favorite, I don't know. So before I got there, nilikuwa nishaanza kurealize it's bad and I need to come out of it. Because I'm sure by the time ningefanya the whole of my high school, then trust me, ningekuwa nishaingia into the masturbation field. Now before it hit me that msea there's a way you can touch yourself to give that satisfaction. Nilikuwa nishaanza kujua it's bad. Na nilikuwa nishaanza kujaribu kutoka. Yeah. So wakafanya nomination ya Christian Union shule. And then out of nowhere nikapewa kwa secretary. And I was like, hey God, unanijaribu. Unanijaribu. You want me to go lead people there, and then you know what I do inside the blankets. So I talked to my CU patron. And akaniambia you know this thing of me, I believe in the voice of God. Tutakutoa hapo. So I think God was also using a way to pull me out of it. So wakafanya hiyo election and I went home. I was like, now I'm a Christian Union secretary. Like I'm now giving way to other people. Na sasa nikikuja kuwatch hizi vitu na watch, how will I stand before people and ask them to do something? That is bad. So nikasema, now God, if you're giving me a task to lead your people, I want you to lead me. Lead me, then I lead them. I want to come out of this thing. Si ati pia mimi nabambika kufanya vitu nafanya. Don't make me believe that I'm broken beyond repair. Take me out of this thing. So ikabidi sasa mimi mwenyewe ni participate kwa kutoka. So one time they host there's a certain organization called the Kenya Christian Student Fellowship. One time they host it at Lodwar at a place called Lokichar. So tunaenda hiyo conference and then there was an altar call. There was this bishop Pasi alikuwa anaitwa Pastor Don. Akaita altar call akasema those people who are having so much bitterness in their hearts nini. Na nilikuwa nimeka front line. Nikasema tu acha niende. I was so bitter with whoever introduced me to that thing because now I'm paying for it. Nikaenda huko mbele akaomba and nikasema God, you also know in my heart this is not what I want to do. By that time I'm already a leader. So I really devoted myself, and I remember that night I cried. I cried and I told God, I want to come out of this thing fully kabisa. Nitoe tu, it is not in my will to do it. Pia mimi staki. So that is how it happened, and hapo ndio nikaanza involve myself so much into reading novels, reading the Bible. I know my Bible from cover to cover. Like najua Bible yangu sana. Kitu kiniambia enda usearch X and XX. Izo mapol site. Guys, don't go search for that thing. So kitu kiniambia niende ni search. The voice of God is like, don't do that. Go with the Bible. So naenda kusoma Bible. So that night after the altar call, nikaenda kwa place nilikuwa nalala dorm sasa. Kufungua Bible, nikapatana na this verse from Psalms 27 verses 4 inasema, one thing have I asked for that I will seek after is to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. And I was like, now this is the one. This is what I want to do. Napo ndo nilianza sasa kuacha kiasi. Going back to school, boom, nimekuwa deputy captain. Nikaanza tu kuona blessings za God zinanifuata. Lakini sasa kurudi home, unafunga shule. There's a time nilitoka shule kama nimepata C-. Kufika home, hata my dad kuangalia reports card, aliniambia your phone iko hapo kwa bedroom. Imagine having such a parent who is that amazing. Like ashakukubali vile uko, but ndani unajua unamdisappoint. Like it's not about your results. Me just go through high school umalize, I'll look for something ya wewe kufanya. That is how amazing my dad was, or rather is. And so nika realize hapa, it's just me niachane na hii story. I had to sacrifice, participate in that deliverance ya kutoka kwa pornography.
And I love the fact that you're a strong believer despite going through all these things. And it has really helped you.
Yeah, it has. You know, sometimes huku nje vitu zikikuwa mbaya sana, always just go back to your Christian roots na useme Bible inasemaje. I think if there is a book that huwa inasema ukweli na everything inasema huwa inakuja kupass, however long it takes inakuanga the Bible. So me, I've been told for this thing. There was a time I also went out of my way to talk it out in my church, but nili switch.
You talked about your story.
Yeah.
Ama you wanted
actually,
to talk about
I
it?
talked about it.
Okay.
Ilikuwa kwa a certain youth meeting, hata hatukukuwa wengi. So I talked about it, and then a month later somebody wrote me a text akinitusi, akiniambia
That's so
the way
bad.
I'm an addict of it. She even doubts if I came out of it.
Yeah.
Aliongea tu vibaya. Yeah, I was trolled for that thing. And I was like, me, I didn't know when you go out of your way to... I mean, my only reason to talk about it was I was not bragging because now I'm perfect to anything. I know what it feels to be there, and that is the only reason I talked about it. So I was really trolled for that thing. Ilini affect, I cried, I called my mom. Nikamwambia mami, mimi nimetusiwa juu ya hii na hii. And my mom told me, go end up police station, you file a case and tell them you want to file a case on that person. But I looked back at my relationship with God. What does the Bible say about forgiving people? I was like, Mom, let's not do it. Mimi nilikuwa tu nataka kujua ni nani. They helped me. I trust whoever wrote the message. Leo yeye ni beshte yangu. Watu tunapatana naye ananichekea. Hajui najua ni hali niandikia hiyo message.
Yeah, I thought you became friends because of the message.
Apana, me, I just needed to know, like, I've already found out it's Abija who wrote the message.
Yeah.
Why would I tell you? Si wewe ni mtu mkubwa unajua kitu ulifanya. So she spells at me, and najua one time atakuja ku open up because hii world nazungukia tu hapa. So wali utaanzia tu hapo ndio utarudi. Yeah, so I was trolled for that thing. And I'm not condemning anyone who is watching pornography, but I want to say that take time yourself utake kujitoa huko. Hata Abija says ukienda kwa if you go to church, how many watu wangapi wakuweke mkono wa kuombe katoka huko, ni wewe mwenyewe tu unafaa kujitoa. Yeah.
Inafaa ianze na wewe.
Wewe mwenyewe jitume tu na useme hii kitu ni struggle, ni kama drugs tu. Mtu mwenye anapenda pombe, si you find that he'd give anything provided akwe na yote. Imagine I've seen it in campus, comrades. Mtu atakwambiana pesa ya food, lakini utampata bezi ya keg, anakunywa hiyo keg, ama anakunywa hiyo pombe. Lakini atakwambia biji mbona nisaidie so ya food. So hiyo ni same na pornography. You don't want, every time uko kwa simu, watu wanafikiria una chat nini, but you're just streaming those sites. And it's bad. It's something that I wouldn't wish on anyone. Yeah.
Did the person who introduced you to pornography, did he assault you sexually?
Well, there's a way he used to touch me.
Okay.
Mama yangu. So this guy would touch me all the time. And at that time, sikuwa najua. I felt maybe it's just that relationship ya. Najua kigrow mali love ni mob sana.
Nadhani
unajanga tu ni love.
He's my relative. Ni sawa tu.
Hadi ukitoka huku nje unaona loving someone is a must, si optional. So that was it with me. He touched me quite a number of times sexually. There's this scene in my mind. I was taken to a certain forest. Najua Rongai yuko Africa Nazarene. Kulikuwanga na forest your time. It's just like a forest. Mnaenda huko kuchill. So nilipelekwanga huko na zile vitu nilifanyiwa. Oh my God. Guy, I wish your time ningekuwa na akili niko nayo saa hizi. Hata singekubali kuenda. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad for real. Yeah, so mimi niliguzwa just that
your time you didn't know it, you didn't know it was wrong.
Yeah, I didn't know it was wrong. And I wish I knew. And ningekuwa nayo courage ya kusema.
But it is okay.
Say
at least unajua.
Unajua. Hata saizi I'm sure if God blesses me with my family in future, I'd want my child to be so open with me from the moment atajua kuongea. Ajue this is bad and this is good. My mom has to know everything. Because my mom is such an awesome parent. I mean, she knows anytime I get a new boyfriend, wanamwambia mami,
wow, that's nice.
And she's like, huyo achana na yeye ama kwani uliachwa? You know, kuna hiyo tu relationship flani. So I always ask myself, I didn't know this woman was this nice. I didn't know she was that nice. If only I knew, ningekuwa namwambia kila kitu. But pia threats ziko hapo. You see your mom going through her marriage battles. Unaona tu ni kumsumbua. Yeah.
At what point did you like decide sasa it is the right time, wacha tu niambie mom? Because kwanza this African parents kuna vitu huwezi waambia.
I know.
Unajua utadhani unamwambia ati akusaidie,
but condemnation and all that. Hata unachukulia hiyo simu that time.
She will use that thing against you.
Exactly. But anatuna makosa namba. No wana unashindanga kwa simu.
Exactly.
That's not my mom. Now it was after my altar call. Nilitoka altar, nika call mamangu nikamwambia, mom, I need to talk to you, it's urgent. And I opened up. Nikamwambia so and so used to touch me sexually. This is what happened and everything. And she was like, aka relate na vitu mingi back then. She related. Akaniambia it's okay. Unataka, is there anything I can do to help you right now? And I was like, nilikuwa tunataka ujue. Yeah, so African parents, me mamangu hata mabishte zangu sema she's a white parent. Because hizi vitu African parents, they are so jumpy about why are you having a boyfriend, why are you doing this? That's not my mom. In fact ataniuliza na huboeki kukuwa single. Like mom, really? So she's such an amazing person. Hiyo ndo time nilimwambia and she was like, let's just, if there's anything I can do to help you, always reach out to me. And from that Sunday nikasema wow. So I've been so open with her. Ata Abija, if you call me mjinga today, I will leave the set and tell my mom nimetusiwa. So that is how good our relationship is. So hivyo ndo niliamua tu kutoka.
I'd say kila kitu happen na reason, because kama hunge go through iyo that trauma, haungekuwa hapa talking about your story. Exactly. And I'm sure when you talk about it, kuna very many people wana struggle na addiction ya pornography.
Kwanza porn.
There are so many people, hata watoto wadogo, but hawajui vile wanaweza come out, because yani the stigmatization is real.
It's real. It's real. Alafu unajua wezi kaa kwa crowd just talking about it. Ama ukikuwa na watu hivi unaweza imagine. Me right now I don't feel like that, but I know our pre-production team, maybe like nikikaa hivi na nyinyi, siwezi feel that mna hiyo feeling ya si wanaona through mimi na kila kitu nilikuwa nafanya, because mimi nishahila nishatoka huko. But mse mwenye ana go through that ana feel akitembea huko nje anajua guy huyu amona kitu nilifanya jana. So it's so stigmatized in today's society. I don't even think people would even want to talk about it, but so many people are going through it.
Wewe, what stigmas did you get? Ama you didn't experience any stigmatization?
I went through some, and I think that was a way God was trying to talk to me. Because high school nilikuwa, I never had friends. At home nilikuwa, as much as tunakaa na watu, bado I want my own space. Ukitembea huko nje, ushaona mtu vile anakaa. Yani hata uoni outfit yake, unaona tu vitu zingine.
Sasa you told your mom about it, akakwambia she would love to help you in any way that you want. And then there's this point, unaacha alafu unarudi, unaacha unarudi. Ilifika point gani ndio sasa ukaacha completely?
Niliacha niki join form 3. Because sasa unajua high school you can't access these things.
Yeah.
And I'm not, in high school I was not a computer student, unlike them wangeenda wako na comps zao kwa lab, unaweza fanya kitu unataka. So me high school was just to think and reminisce about those things. And ukienda holiday you're like one more won't hurt. Moja tu ndio nirudi shule. So hapo ndio nilikuwa na fall nikirudi hiyo time. Form 1 na Form 2 ilikuwanga back to back. Then joining Form 3, I had a smooth ride. Yeah.
Do you think this pornography thing ilikufanya usikuwe na friends vile umesema you didn't have like friends in high school?
Yeah, I think it's contributed a lot. Kwanza hata si ati hao ndio hawako wananitaka, mimi ndio sikuwa nawataka. Because I want to be in my own world. I want to think about whatever and whoever at any time. And you know you can't speak it out with someone. Mwalimu anafunza tu kemu uko mbele in your mind, you're thinking about your own things. So it's me who wanted my own space. Sikuwa nataka ku associate now. Yeah.
Okay. Sasa umefika Form 3 umeachana nayo kabisa.
Yeah, so Form 3 niliachana nayo kabisa and I was like, Mungu nimerudi tena ni mimi. And this time I'm serious. Nataka kutoka huku. I've decided it's all done. I don't want it anymore. So Form 3 sasa nikakuwa leader wa CU.
Okay.
Wa what is it called? Nilikuwa organizing secretary at Form 3. And basically the whole of Form 3 I used to preach most of the sermons in school.
Wow.
So nikaona ni kama God amenishukia words. Form 3 bado kukakuwa na student council election. We vied 5 people. Kila mtu akatolewa nikabaki peke yangu.
Wow.
That is how I ended up as the deputy school captain. And it's an achievement because I left a legacy behind. So your time nimepewa leadership. Teachers started being so close with me. Most of my teachers walikuwa wananipenda. Anything they'd always refer to me and all that. So I think hapo ndio ilikuwa sasa like I'm done. I'm not looking back at anything. Of course tukuna kwanga tu na koka struggle.
Temptation una feel
one more kidogo tu.
Yeah.
After all I'm just watching one in a holiday of 2 months. Kwani itani cost nini? But ni kujituma tu, nilijituma nikasema it's all done, I'm not going back. Yeah. That's what happened. Nikatoka sasa kabisa.
After umetoka unajua when uko kwa church sana kuna time unaweza kaa ufikirie this thing nilikuwa na struggle nayo. See, I can like talk about it, nisaidie watu wenye wako na watoto wenye wana struggle na this thing na their parents hawajui. Did it get to that point?
Yeah, I did. I did get to that point. Actually ilikuwa tu just a youth meeting. Tulikuwa sijui I think 12 people. We attend to meeting unknowingly. And you know kwanza what happened? That night nikienda church nilikuwa natoka. So nikitoka church nikikaribia kuingia kwangu sasa, there's this huge black car that was parked there. Ilikuwa gari kubwa iko tinted. So this guy anateremsha dirisha and he's like hi. I'm like hi. So alikuwa anataka kupita na mimi nataka kucross. So hi what's your name? Nikamwambia. And then he was like, can we have dinner tonight? Yo, tonight. Dinner.
And you've just
a
met.
married man.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? So the following day, I was the one preaching a certain sermon during that youth meeting. So I just talked about it. I was trolled. Oh my God. Hadi I was like, why did I even talk it out? Mbona niliongea? I was like, sometimes wase wanava hizo saints and they think they're so much connected to God. They're the ones who attack people out here. Vile there's a certain meme I came across inasema you go to bars, that's where you're going to find help from people. And go to church, you'll find condemnation. I was trolled by people about that story. And mtu ananiandikia message akirifana hiyo story nilikuwa nasema, and I was just sharing to help. So it got to that point where unakuwa condoned na watu.
Hey, that's so wrong.
It's sad.
What would you love kuambia mtu mwenye alikuintroduce kwa pornography?
Well, whoever did that,
Yeah.
I don't think that guy even watches my video or has anything to do with me. But I know sometime in future you'll come across this video. Mi naeza mwambia tu, whatever you did was not right.
Yeah.
And God always has a way to pay his debts.
That's true.
I was a child back then, and if I knew it was wrong, I wouldn't have done it. But you brought me into it. Those people who we expect them to protect us ndio wao wana to harm. So don't go out there and do that to someone else. Because bado tu watoi wako wataenda kukaa kwa mtu wafanyiwe the same thing.
That's true.
Na they'll open up na wanaweza fungwa. Anything can happen. Unajua so much is happening. Hata imagine maybe I'm just trying to be kind, but mtu anaweza mwatu kukufanyia anything, hata waende akuchawi, you never know.
Yeah.
So just be kind to people. In a world where you can be anything, be someone with a good heart. It doesn't break a bone and it doesn't make you less who you are. Me, I'll tell you, I've forgiven you, by the way. I forgave you some time back, kitambo. Even if we meet out there, you say hi, I'll say hi. And I forgave you. Just don't do that to somebody's child. It's the worst trauma one can ever go through. Yeah.
And have you met since the time mlienda
Tumepatana
LD?
na yeye. Yeah, I came back to Nairobi and we had to meet with him. Tumepatana naye most times. Na he thinks that nimesahau kila kitu ili happen. No. I never even get close to him. I never hug him. Nakunga tu hi, we are done. So I've met with him. He's never been sorry. He's never talked about it. But I can always read the guilt on his face. Because pia unisalimia na mbali than social distance. Yeah, so we've met na yeye. But tu anasema before I get my husband, before I walk down that aisle,
Yeah.
I don't know what to call you. I don't have the strength to call you whatever I wanted to say, but bro, I'll just make sure at least you've come out and
Yeah.
ukwe clear that mi nimeachana na wewe. Yeah, because honestly it's bad.
Yeah.
Mbaya sana. Yeah.
Do you think our parents have failed? Joe, unapata like you might be going through something for like 10 years, 8 years.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
Na mzazi wako ajui.
Najui.
Yeye amezoea kuprovide, anadhani kila kitu iko sawa, but deep down you're going through so much.
I think our parents have failed, but I wouldn't want to say my mom failed because she's an awesome person, my mom and dad rather. Because ni mimi sikutaka ku open up. Why didn't I want to open up? It's because of the threats I was getting.
Oh yeah.
And my mom would be there for us, and by this time alikonga na issues na dad. So and then dad, your time, my dad has been in politics for the last 20 years.
Okay.
So unapata he's also out there, the campaigns, the political meetings, nini yetu anakuja home, unaongea naye kwa simu. But looking at today, today's generation, parents are failing because you find mtoi ana on smartphone at a very tender age. Unafikiria ni Cocomelon zinaochiwa hapo, but saizi wase wako na brains. Kids have brains. Like me, I'll tell you, my 4-year-old brother, that boy speaks vitu ziko above his age.
That's
you
true.
even look at him and you're like, bro, you're only 4 years old.
Yeah.
So I think our parents should invest more time in growing with us. Me, right now, my mom is growing up with me. Such that hii stage napitia ya having boyfriends and fake love, she's there with me. Hadi kisha ananiambia, on to the next frog, we are going to kiss. You get? So, like, she's given me that environment. And so parents wa saizi wanafaa kujua, as much as they are chasing after the money, we are the only retired benefits they are going to have.
True.
So if they're not going to invest their time in us, people will grow up with traumas. We have people who've been raped. I have one of my friends, she texted me. right now she allowed me to talk about it. Right now she's in the bisexual world, and she tells me the only thing ilimpeleka huko it's because she's living 12 years of being raped and her mom doesn't know about it up to date. And she'll meet her mom wanachekeana nini, but akikuja shule I'm going down with a girl, you get. So unapata
so the mom doesn't know up to date, but saizi namsaidia ku come out of it. I'm always talking with her every day to at least help her understand she should be out of it. And I hope that one time akishatoka huko pia she'll have a privilege to sit down with you and talk about it. So unapata kitu kama hiyo mzazi hajui because yeye it's just money after money. Alafu unapata our age watu washajua you can even give birth at any time, you get. So many young people between range ya 18 to 23 wako na watoi and they think raising their kids by giving them those fancy things is the best way to do it. They're supposed to look back at how our grandparents used to do it. They raised our parents with a lot of restriction. This is what you're doing, this is not what you're going to do. And like us, mtoya anafanyiwa kila kitu. You find mtoya ako 4-year-old, ashabaiwa gari, ashapewa simu, akona kila kitu. You know, that is wrong. And that is where parents are failing. So honestly, in my opinion, I think parents are failing a lot and they need to like wake up or else they're going to lose their children. Because unapata like mtoto ana grow kama mtoto wako 6 years, mzazi wake amempea like everything he needs, ana grow tu hivyo, but ha control kitu yenye huyo mtoto anafanya.
Ati mtoi akikaa kwa screen alafu anze hapo kumisbehave akilia, unasikia hebu patia mtoto remote. Like what the hell is that? You know, that is so wrong. Parents wanafaa tu warudi back to their parents, our gukas now, uone vile walitu raise na hivyo ndo wanafaa waendelee ku raise watoi sahi.
That's true.
So I think parents wanna fail sana. It's not about the money, it's not about their kids today, it's about the money.
Okay, let me take you back. You said kuna time mzazi wako angetoka job, you take their phone ama different anyone people else. So ulikuwa unawezaje ku like how comes like hawakujua what you are doing? Jumia that age ni wangenishika honestly. Because mimi your time nilikuwa mbaya sana.
Too much brains. Google, we've been raised to believe that. Imagine even my 4-year-old brother atenda kwa Google alafu aseme Google, how does color red look like? You know, at 4 years. So it was the same with me. If at all I can search for that pornography site na inilete, nitarudi tu hapo kuuliza. Wanasemanga Google is the answer to everything. I'll go back and ask Google, how do I delete whatever I have searched from Google? And it will give me the procedure. Go to the 3-dotted line hapo kando, fungua, tap that circle, ikulete your account, scroll, manage your history, press the cancel button. So unamaliza kuwatch kama cancel.
You are so right there.
I know. So mali the last search history ya huyo mtu kama alikuwa amesearch politics, nitamwachia hapo na singaishikwa. But kuna time nilisikia nitashikwa because now nikienda kuwatch there's this antivirus thing kwa simu ilikuwa inaleta ati sijui inakupatia hapo warning, clear your phone or else sijui will send to your contacts you've been watching blah blah blah. So I'm dead. But it was just something that ilikuanga tu iko tu na sikuwaishikwa. Sijui niseme luckily ama unluckily. Ni unlucky. Ningesaidika mapema labda.
That's true. Okay. Tukianza, you told us unakuanga a YouTuber. Would love you utuambie nini unafanya kwa YouTube channel yako. You talk about it kidogo. And you give us the name of the channel.
Okay, so my YouTube channel inaitwa Tindi Loretta. Right now I'm at 225 subscribers. And I talk about lifestyle and inspirational stories. Right now I have 7 videos uploaded. And basically the end goal of my content inakwanga mtu ako inspired ama impacted na kitu nimeongelelea. Haikuangi just for fun or entertainment. So that is what I do there. And most of the things I've talked about are inspired by my own story, because I tend to feel I've been through a lot. At 20 years.
Oh, you're 20?
I asked the director to cut that part. So at 20 years, I feel I've spent half my life watching pornography.
Yeah.
And then coming out here, you're still in heartbreaks. So na feel ni kama sijaishi life yangu. So nikamwa. Actually, that YouTube channel was inspired after my first heartbreak. Nilipenda mtu akatoka. Then I was like, I need to start something. Nilimwacha, tuliachana. Hapana, siwezi kubali kuacha. Okay, aliniacha. Then I was like, I just need to start something that will make me forget about this guy. So, and I felt kuna watu kunje pia wanaachwa and they can't come before the cameras and talk about it.
Yeah, that's
so mimi niliongelea na hiyo ndio inspire nianze YouTube channel yangu. So anyone who is listening to me here at Aba TV, go to my YouTube channel, search for Tindi Loretta. I request her to pin my link hapo chini. Search for Tindi Loretta. Subscribe to my channel, and the goal is always to inspire. And once umekuwa inspired ama impacted, always remember to comment hapo kwa comment section through her page or even through my page, and I'll always come through to help people who are going through such things, because I wasn't here to condemn anyone. And also on the other side, I'm not condemning anyone. So feel free to come out and, you know, talk about it and give me the support on the other side. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Laura, for coming to the show. I really appreciate. That was a bold move.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I also appreciate being hosted here on your channel.
Okay.
Guys, you should also subscribe to her channel. She's doing an amazing content. I've been making a follow-up, by the way.
Thank you.
After the last video you posted on this podcast that you are talking about. Yeah, I love how you're pushing yourself to do things, and yeah, your fans should give you the support you need, because honestly you deserve it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm grateful to be here, Pia. Thank you.
Welcome. So guys, that's it for today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Aba TV Kenya. And I hope you've learned something from Laura's story. I love that story. It is so inspiring. Yani, if you're out there and you're going through an addiction, apart from utter pornography, you can always talk to her. She's so impactful. And make sure you subscribe, comment, share, like, and that's it for today. I've been your host, Abija Kabiro. Bye.